Libra, greetings and salutations, my friends. I did organize and update the playlist. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, the playlist is organized by your astrological sign with the most recent read, meaning last read, moving backward. So, if you missed something, want to catch up or recap, that's the easiest way to do that. You just go right to the playlist and let it roll for as long as it's useful, I guess. I don't know. Your call. Um, so we're gonna go right into your 5 card movie star spread. Mm. So yeah, here's you as the devil, and here's the antagonist as the sun in the inverse. So this is you recognizing that you may have acted without the best intentions, right? This is you recognizing. So, okay, this could be substance abuse. This could be overindulgence. This could be an uptick in drinking, or maybe you quit biting your nails and you got back to doing that, or whatever it is. I'm getting like an autopilot thing here, like you were actively trying to change a bad habit and then all of a sudden you fell back into it, because the devil card isn't about the one particular thing, like let's say it is alcohol, right? Alcohol itself is not inherently evil. There are some people who can just have a glass of wine and call it a day, but there are some people, right, who can't stop at that, and they go back to it and they go back to it and they go back to it. So this isn't about the thing itself. It's about choosing that thing over and over and over again, right? It's about riding that fine line between success and excess and constantly pushing towards that excessive side, right? So, like I say, this is you recognizing that you've fallen into this addictive energy, that you've fallen back into bad habits, that you're excessively pushing at something. So, it could be a little bit of substance abuse. It could also be being manipulative, or possibly not intentionally, but like I said, going into autopilot and being maybe emotionally abusive or manipulative to other people. And here you are recognizing it and wanting to close out that chapter in your life. You're wanting to make a change to be like, I don't ever want to fall into this bad habit again. Like sometimes it comes and goes. Like I said, this happens out of autopilot. You didn't intentionally do these things. But now that you're recognizing the devastating effects that it's having on you or the people closest to you, you're like, I don't want to be this anymore. I don't want to do this ever. I don't want to fall back into this. Yes, you're admitting to it. You're accepting blame. You're taking fault. You're taking responsibility. You're acknowledging this is who you are. But it's not who you want to be. You're placing a lot of judgment on yourself, which is exactly where we should be placing judgment. Far too often in life, we tend to judge ourselves on our intentions, and we tend to judge other people on their results. This is you leveling the playing field by judging yourself based on the results of your actions, not your intentions. And Libra, that's a very mature thing to do. It's a very grown up action. The reality of the situation is you will never 100% fully know the extent of harm that was caused. You're going to keep searching and you're going to keep looking, but know that the actions that you had a rippling effect. And that effect is still echoing in your environment. But ultimately, you're willing to put in the time and energy, and more importantly, the emotional resources to try your best to fix this situation, to right your wrongs, to take responsibility, ownership, make apologies. Tell people your story so they don't follow in your footsteps. You're taking all of this and bringing it back so others can learn. That's a good thing. It's funny because even if you look at these pictures, you notice how you see more and more of the blue sky, how the whole spectrum just lightens up. It's almost as if working through this situation has lifted a weight off of your shoulders and brightened your spirits. But ultimately, you feel like you didn't reach the milestones that you intended, and that you tried to build a foundation on unstable ground. Because, how do I put it? So with the Three of Wands plus the Four of Wands, both in the inverse, it's like you had a vision and you had a blind faith that something would go in a particular direction, right? And you thought you were building a very solid foundation, but the universe pulled that rug out from under you when it exposed maybe a little bit of arrogance, or maybe it wasn't even arrogance, maybe it was naivete. Uh, you led yourself and possibly a few other people down the wrong path. And when it turned out that that foundation you were building wasn't as solid as you thought, and it wasn't going to create the expansion for the group that you intended, you really had to own up to that responsibility. You didn't run from it. Oh, see, group dynamic. I was getting the feeling of a group dynamic here. Ultimately, it's the institution or the group that needs to place judgment on the situation. And here you are, willing to listen to that judgment and then put in the work it takes to fix the problem. It's no longer your vision, and you get that. It should have been the group's vision the whole time. You understand that now. So you wait for your opportunity to help restore what should have always been there in the first place. Libra, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next time.